Hey, it's Keri with Paste, and we're here on the red carpet of the New York Film Festival to talk about Mr. Turner. Just tell me what it was like to just become Mr. Turner. I feel like that's what you did.
Well, thank you. That was my job. That was in the job description. And that's what I attempted to do. He's a very, very complex man, a very contradictory man. And to try and to pay homage to that side of what his character was both a blessing and a bind, because if someone's contradictory, if you pursue the way they are, you're going to look like you're inconsistent, right? People are going to say, well, how come 1 minute is kind and the next minute is not? How come 1 minute is like a swine or is generous and 1 minute isn't? Reality is that everything we found out about what we researched in the real Turner was that he was a massive contradiction. But our job, Mike Leigh and my job, was to create a character from nowhere based on real people that would fit the character of history. And then it just took over itself. And the great thing about working with Mike Leigh is the character is always the person in charge. Mike Leigh's the maestro, you're the instrument. In the end, the person starts dictating to you. It's a bit Frankensteinian in that sense. So once you put that costume on and you become him, it starts taking care of itself. You know, you've got to obviously somewhere in the back of it be in the driving seat. But it's a very unusual thing because it tells you which way it wants to go. And if you're going wrong with it, it feels wrong. So having to be this unusual, quite difficult man was always, it was never something that was, I never went home feeling anything other than completely exhausted. And one weekend I got stuck in the character and went in a pub and frightened someone to death and ordered a glass of wine in character. And I had to go outside, pull myself to go back and ask for it rather nicely.
Well, thank you so much for taking a minute to talk with me. And I think
it's a pleasure.
You won an award, and I think an Oscar's coming your way.
Oh my God!
I think I've just been an Oscar nominee.
Oh, don't you make me feel ill. Very kind of you to say that.
Tell me about what you did to prepare for this film, because the way you did it was so different.
Oh, right, yeah,
Right?
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we researched about the period. I did lots of, I read lots of Dickens and novels of the period, and I found out lots about housekeepers and what they had to do. Not that she was very good, and then think of all the people that I've come across in my life that would help with the characterisation, and I found that I was thinking of lots of women from my childhood, like the bogey woman and just scary people, and just thought that this character was like an Eleanor Rigby kind of character, and you see these people in the street, and it's the beauty of Mike's work is he brings those people to the screen where normally they're kind of sidelined, and just building up how she got to that point when we first meet her, and then obviously as it gets worse for her.
Yeah.
Hannah.
It's always sad when it gets worse for them.
I know, isn't it? Yeah.
Tell me what it was like working with Tim.
Just brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I have worked with him before on another of Mike's films, Topsy Turvy, but we didn't really have that many scenes together. So I was really thrilled that he was playing Turner. And you just, because our process involves so much improvisation, he's a master of it. And, his head's as full as Turner's head is, but, there's so much going on, and it's hilarious and naughty on occasion.
Naughty's okay sometimes. I think that it seems like people must love Mike, working with Mike, because so many of you are repeat workers with him. I think that's lovely.
Yeah. I mean, the process that he works and the amount of time you've got and how involved you feel collaboratively, with what's said and in the dialogue. It's just the best. I love working with Mike, and he's this. I don't think you ever turn him down once you've worked with him before. You just Why would it?
Tell me about working on Mr. Turner.
Well, I first worked with Mike quite a number of years ago, and I always have a great time working with Mike. It's incredibly hard work, but we just have fun. It's a blast. So this, of course, was an extraordinary job, a lovely part. Tim's wonderful in it, obviously. So it was a complete joy. I think one of the great things about working with Mike, every department, and film's a collaborative thing, but every department is really top-notch and fantastic to work with. So, Dick Pope there did wonderful work with cinematography, makeup, costume. Everybody was wonderful. So it was a joy, real pleasure. Yeah.